Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This is Peyton Barber. He led them in rushing a season ago. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Coming to you.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23.
Two-jet bombers. Get it.
Now Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Hey, here we go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And his first carry, he loses the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
From the gun, Jones. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quinnen Williams in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 41-yard line.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I got you. I got you.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Go. Under. Go. Go on 52. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Prescott on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Prescott now from the 50. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 27 yards there, a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum right there.
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the Chargers' 18-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd down, Barber. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Here we go. Mike, 58, right there. Check.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Gus Edwards, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
But he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Hey, check. Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Keep it up, defense. Get it.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check 56. Hey, 47.
Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want a way to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. Jonathan Coachman standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
First down, Denver.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Hey, kill. 26.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the pistol, it's Yeldon. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Marcus Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones staying on his feet. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Jones back to the air on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, but they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing Jones. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
This is taken at the 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Darquan. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 7. Let's go,
On 2nd and 7. Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They run again with Hunt. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. put it away.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now T.J. Yeldon. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
We go 47.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jones throwing to start the drive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
From the 36, Prescott. He'll throw complete to Gus Edwards. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. Barber on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Like how they started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Go, get out there, get out there. Motion.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Here we go, go to 54, wide.
56 to Mike, 56 is to Mike.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Ready. Head logo.
Mike, 54. Strip the ball.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's second down and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Hey, 25 the mic. We'll go 25 the mic.
Jones now to throw again. He'll let this go deep for... That's caught inside the 20. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. On first and 10, Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll make it a second down.
It's a pickup of 3.
Come on, set. AP game. Ready?
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. A toss play to Hunt. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up fourth. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth down.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Get it.
Now Jones throwing on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Broncos will take over on downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
I got it. Left coming.
On second down, it's Edwards. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. This is Yeldon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on third and 12.
No surprise at all.
56, the mic, boy. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hey, we're going to 54. Why? 26.
Prescott to throw it. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
30 base. Come to my world. Now.
On first down, Jones. Yeah, he'll find Hall. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. 5.
Jones operating from the gun. That is caught inside the 5. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it makes the score 21-10. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. And the Broncos are going to get the football. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. A pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, got tight left.
On the counter, it's Yeldon. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Yeldon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just over 90 seconds to play, and this would figure to be about as critical as it gets here. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They'll run on first down. Barber. And he's got this down to the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. The Chargers 36
Pick it up, defense, let's go.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Denver, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Southern California, so long, everybody.